the news, federal government concessions MORIBUND AJAOKUTA State Company. Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN restores power after hours of blackout. Namibia swears in new president Mbumba after predecessor's death. And in sports, Nigeria to face South Africa in semi-finals at ongoing AFCON. Welcome to MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Avoy Unwogu. Thanks for joining us. The federal government, through the Ministry of State Development, has gone ahead with the concession process for the MORIBUND AJAOKUTA State Company as part of effort to hasten its revival. It also hinted at the 3-year ultimatum to kickstart operations and production of steel in line with President Bola Tinubu's directive. The Minister Shuaib Audu disclosed this during an interaction with journalists in Abuja. This came barely a year after a high court in Kogi State restrained the government from a planned concession of the AJAOKUTA State Company Limited and the National Iron Ore Mining Company at Itakwe in 2022. The Federal Executive Council under former President Muhammadu Buhari approved the engagement of transaction advisors for consultancy services in the sum of 853 million naira for the concession of the steel company. The move met with heavy opposition stalled efforts to revive the steel company, which has been left moribund for 45 years. But Audu, speaking during the interview, said the planned concession is part of a 3-year roadmap to revamp the steel company and reverse an ugly trend of 90% steel importation into the country. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has announced that the collapsed national grid has been restored following hours of a nationwide blackout on Sunday. The blackout came after a partial grid disturbance that occurred on Sunday about 11:21 hours, according to a statement later released by the General Manager of Public Affairs at TCN, Ndidi Mba. The grid collapse, according to the statement, had an impact on the Ebonyi Power Island, which supplies the transmission substations in Ekiti, Ekem, Itu, and Uyo. However, the company stated that the lingering gas constraint was responsible for the low power generation and epileptic power supply that have hit the nation since January 2024 to date. And on politics, the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Professor Anthony Ani, has been declared winner of the Ebonyi South Senatorial by-election held on Saturday. Ani will be replaced former Governor Dave Umahi in the Senate. Umahi vacated his seat to become a minister, according to INEC. Ani polled 46,270 votes to defeat his close rival Ifeanyi Eleje of Abga, who gathered 3,513. Silas Onu of the PDP polled 2,783 votes, and Linus Okore of the Labour Party scored 2,710 votes in the election. The returning officer for the Ebonyi South Senatorial election, Eze Uchechukwu, announces the result of the election in Afikpo on Sunday. He said a total of 56,363 votes were cast, while rejected votes were 695. Also, the INEC has announced Akim Laguda of the APC as winner of the Surulere Federal Constituency 1 by-election held on Saturday in Lagos State. The election was held to fill the vacancy created by the appointment of Femi Wajabiamila as the Chief of Staff to President Bola Tinubu. The returning officer for the election, Professor Adebayo Oladipo, said Laguda won the election by scoring 11,203 votes to defeat his closest opponent, Jerry Afemike of PDP, who gathered 278 votes. There were 11,801 valid votes, 138 rejected votes, and a total vote cast of 11,939. The candidate of the Labour Party, Adeola Adebanjo, also had a total of 240 votes. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared the candidate of New Nigerian People's Party, NPP, Al-Hassan Ishaq, the winner of Saturday's rerun election in Kura, Garun Malam State Constituency in Kano. INEC returning officer of the election, Professor Shehu Galadanchi, announced that Ishak of the NNPP scored 37,262 to defeat Musa Daurawa of the All Progressive Congress, who had 30,803 votes. Recall that the appeal court had directed INEC to conduct a rerun election at 20 polling units in the Kura Garon Malam State Constituency in Kano State. Also, INEC has declared Bello Butu of the NNPP the winner of Saturday's rerun election in the Remit Gado Tofa State Constituency. The returning officer of the election, Professor Ibrahim Tajo Suraj, announced that Bello Putu of the NNPP polled 31,135 votes to beat his opponent of the APC, who received 25,577 votes. The appeal court has also directed the INEC to conduct a rerun election at 33 polling units in the Remi Gado Tofa State Constituency. And on crime, the police has confirmed the release of the 5 school children and 4 teachers kidnapped along Emore-Eporo Road in Emore, Ekiti State. The State Police Command spokesperson, Sunday Aputu, confirmed that they were released and brought to the Emore Palace in the early hours of Sunday around 4 a.m. 3 of the rescued school children are from the same parents. However, the driver of the school bus was reportedly killed in the custody of the kidnappers. Noting the traumatic experience of the children in the kidnappers' den, Ekiti State Governor Bayodun Oyebanji has directed the Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Dr. Oyebanji Filani, to take the children to the State Teaching Hospital, Ado Ekiti, for proper medical treatment and post-trauma therapy. The governor acknowledged the solidarity shown by his colleagues, governors, former governors of the state, as well as religious leaders and traditional rulers. He also thanked members of State Caucus in the National Assembly and members of the State House of Assembly for their support. Governor Oyebanji also reaffirmed the determination of his administration to stamp out crime and criminality from the state by making the environment unbearable for the criminals operating under whatever guise. Similarly, the governor said killers of the 2 Ekiti Obas will be fished out and made to face the maximum weight of the law. He urged the people of the state to remain vigilant and report any suspicious movement in their communities to the authority. We go on a short break. We will be right back.
MLC TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Now on foreign scene, Namibia's Vice President Mangolo Mbumba has been sworn in as the new president. Just few hours he announced the death of his predecessor, Hage Geingob. Hage Geingob, 82, died early on Sunday while receiving medical treatment at the hospital in the capital, Windhoek. Geingob was diagnosed with cancer and was revealed to the public last month. Mbumba said the nation had lost a liberation icon. He has since been sworn in as Geingob replacement and will serve in the role until election due later this year. Geingob was first sworn in as president in 2015, but has served in top political positions since independence in 1990. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says the U.S. is planning more steps in its response to the attack in Jordan, which killed 3 U.S. troops a week ago. He says Friday's strike on Iran-backed targets in Iraq and Syria were just the beginning of the U.S. response and declined to rule out direct military strike on Iran itself. The U.S. accused Iran of having its fingerprints on the attack on the US base in Jordan and said the drone was Iranian-made. Iran says the accusation it was involved are baseless. The Islamic resistance in Iraq and Iran-backed militia claim responsibility. Separately, the US, with help from the UK, also launched airstrike against Houthi targets in 13 places across Yemen on Saturday in an attempt to stop the group's attack on international shipping. The Houthi, who are also backed by Iran, have been targeting commercial vessels in the Red Sea since November. In response to the war in Gaza, the Houthi have vowed to respond. And in sports, Arsenal reduced Liverpool leads at the top of the Premier League to 2 points after a deserved victory in a tense encounter at Emirates Stadium. The Gunners' new defeat was unthinkable and their causes was helped hugely by 2 errors from Liverpool's reliable keeper Alisson, who gifted Arsenal the goals that ensured 3 crucial points. It sparked joyous scenes at the final whistle as Arsenal condemned Liverpool to only their second league defeat this season, their first since a highly controversial loss at Tottenham in late September. In other matches on Sunday, Chelsea lost at home scandalously to Wolves. Man United beat West Ham while Bournemouth and Forest played draw. The MetLife Stadium in New Jersey will host the 2026 World Cup final on 19 July, while the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City will stage the opening group game on 11 June. Mexico is one of the 3 countries co-hosting the expanded 48 times tournament along with USA and Canada. They have hosted 2 World Cups on their own in 1970 and 1986. Canada's first game will take place in Toronto on 12 June with Dallas hosting a record 9 matches. The Azteca was the venue for Argentina's striker Diego Maradona's famous hand of God goal against England in 1986 quarterfinals. FIFA President Gianni Infantino announced the plan on Sunday and also revealed the third-place playoff match will take place in Miami. The semi-finals of the tournament have been handed to Dallas and Atlanta. The tournament will last 39 days, 10 more than the 2022 edition in Qatar. The MetLife Stadium, home to American football teams, the New York Giants and New York Jets, based in New Jersey, East Rutherford, and can hold 82,500 fans. In total, 16 cities have been chosen, including Monterrey and Guadalajara in Mexico and Vancouver in Canada, Boston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, New York, Austin, Seattle, and San Francisco make up the U.S. contingents. Nigeria's male national football team Super Eagles are set for the semi-final match against South Africa at the opening AFCON tournament. Both Nigeria and South Africa are on runs of 4 straight winning to book a place in Sunday's final. Nigeria have conceded just 1 goal en route to the semi-finals, while South Africa had only 2 and neither nations has been breached since their opening group game. The fixture takes place at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, and kicks off on Friday, February 2nd, 2024 at 5 o'clock local time. Though Nigeria had lost a record 7 semi-final ties, but sport enthusiasts are optimistic that the Nigerian crop of players and the Super Eagles will again make the country proud in Friday's encounter. And on entertainment, let's join Joy Dada.
Welcome to today's segment on entertainment. It's your girl Joy Dada. Nigerian artist nominated in various categories of the Grammy Awards has failed to win an award for any of the categories that they badged a nomination for. Records that there were excitement when Davido, Burna Boy, Ira Star, Asake, and Olamide were all nominated for the 66th Grammy Awards. Davido, who received 3 nominations in his debut, joined Burna Boy, who received 4 nominations. Olamide, Ira Star, and Asake received each 1 nomination. Together with South Africa singer Tyler, they were all nominated in the inaugural Best African Music Performance category. Burna Boy and Davido also badged nominations for the Best Global Music Album and Best Global Music Performance categories. Burna Boy received a 4th nomination for the 66th Grammy Awards, this time for Best Melodic Rap Performance. However, at the awards on Sunday, none of the Nigerian quintet won in any of the categories they were nominated on. South Africa artist Tyler received the 2024 Grammy Award for Best African Music Performance at the Peacock Theatre in Los Angeles during the Grammy Award premiere ceremony. She defeated Damini Ogulu, popularly known as Burna Boy, Davido Adeleke, also known as Davido, Ahmed Ololade, also known as Asake, to clinch the award. Kylie Minogue won her second ever Grammy Award 2 decades after her first. The star won Best Pop Dance Recording for Pandam Pandam, the viral hit that became a global smash last year. Kylie was not at the ceremony at Los Angeles Crypto.com Arena, but her co-writer Peter Rycroft picked up the prize on her behalf. The prize arrived 20 years after Kylie's first Grammy Award when she won Best Dance Recording for Come Into My World. The Australian star was in her dressing room when she heard the news, according to a video she posted on social media. And that is all on our entertainment today. Thanks for joining me. I am Joy Dada, reporting for MLC TV.
And that is the size of our package. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, MLC TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV, MLC TV 2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Ibirabe, MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. Our X handle, MLC TV, and TikTok, MLC TV. For your events coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contribution, comments, advert placements, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join MLC TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It's MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Avoy Unwogu. See you tomorrow.